as an open place where
waiting to be
There's a real intersectionality between talent, how that talent is expressed, whatever the cultural overlay of the way we express it, and the way we value that in the society that we live.
I think there are two messages. One, I think it's great. I think it's brave that this is happening now, and not a moment too soon. So thank you to the organizers. I think though, one of the messages that I keep hearing is this notion of taboo, this notion of this is something that's too scary for us to deal with. And what I would say, particularly to the leaders, whether you're European leaders or business leaders or community leaders or organizational leaders, whatever your leadership role is look to the majority culture within the organization. Look to how you change the environment and the culture within your organization, your business, your country, in order that we can have this in a more positive way. This discussion needs to be more positive. It can't always be about taboo. That's a great way to close down the debate. We don't so much focus on this notion of migrants. We focus on the notion of differences in ethnicity, and it may be people who are British people who are from a different ethnic minority background, say they might not be from a white background. But because we're a global firm, the way that we align the work that we do around integrating or mainstreaming or including is the right word, ethnic minorities into the way we run the business, is that we align what we do in a way that shows it how it drives the business strategy. So one of the strategies that we have in our business, a refreshed business strategy, is how we dominate in emerging markets. Part of the question that we bring to the table is, in addition to the technical skills, which we all have, all the big four have, Ernst & Young have that, our competitors have that, let's understand language capability, let's understand how do we work with people who are in different parts of the world? How do we develop the skills, the cross-cultural skills to make people work cross-border? How do we manage teams that are based in many different geographies in the world? So it's about how you build that cultural capital in order to complement the technical skills that you have, in order that you can really deliver on the strategy to dominate in emerging markets. So it really is an enabler to the business strategy. So I think, to be fair, the equality agenda in the UK is quite well advanced, and I would say quite established, but I would say that it is more established around gender and to some extent around sexual orientation. And I think the way that we design the Equalities Office, this is not a criticism of the government's work, but the way we design the Equalities Office in the UK, the focus is on gender diversity and on sexual orientation. We really do not include ethnic minorities or race diversity as part of the government equalities agenda in terms of one of its priorities, and therefore the focus we place on that is that we don't place it firmly in the belly of businesses to say this should be a priority for you because here are the benefits for us as UK PLC. We tend to see it more as a community-based issue. So therefore I think the challenge for us is, as businesses, how do we come together to work with the government to bring that up on the priority? And that, for me, I think if we can do that, then I think it will provide some motivation for businesses to act, to prioritize this and to act more collaboratively.